Here I go. Yes. Yeah, I stand on every word that I said about this case here. Like I say, I've been following it for some years. So, I'm just a strong believer in uh, first, no one is perfect. Yeah, microphone check. You guys can hear me now. I couldn't even hear myself, okay? But like I say, I stand on every word that I meant about this case here. Um, I'm a firm believer in um, if you if you do the crime right, you should do your time. But once you did your time, um, I believe we all have a chance to redeem ourselves and pray to the man upstairs or whoever that you pray to, right, and ask for forgiveness. Okay, somehow or another, um, the country, the world, uh, we forgive those who we want to forgive, but all the time we want somebody to forgive us. That's the part I don't understand. Okay, so I just want to say, yes, the information is not true, but I do believe and I stand on my word. It will. The man did his time. You know, you will want that for you and your loved ones. So I don't know how we always seems to pick and choose who we wanted to work for, right? Uh, but anyways, I want to start. I had to start with that correcting um, what I was basically overheard. Okay, I wasn't. Let's just say I was just excited. Okay, I'm excited when they do get uh, get it right. Okay, that's all. So enough of that. Let's get into today's message. Right. Today's message is basically the title that I put up there on the thumbnail. Um, what is our purpose out here, right? What do you uh, want want the purpose to be for your loved ones, for your child, right? I don't think we think too much of that, right? So let's get into this. Let's get into this for a second. Okay, we're gonna start it off with my guy, my philosopher. Okay, Mr. Jim Rome. Okay, what I want to speak a little bit about today is just the purpose of like I say, not only yourself, but uh, the purpose that you would want your kids or your loved ones to really live by, to really go by, right? So we're going to take a listen here just for a second, and then we're going to jump in there. I'm only going to be in here for 30 minutes, okay? All right, I appreciate you guys when y'all take a look at this. Uh, like I say, for those who over there on the other channel, um, can you, when you have a chance to look at this, can you just go to YouTube, please, and subscribe to RC Community TV? It's on YouTube. I have to keep directing everybody to the main channel. The main channel is YouTube, right? RC Community TV. I really appreciate you guys. If you could do that for me, it just helps me push out the message that I be trying to push out. Um, and that is, right, no matter where you are or where you may think you is in your life, right? Uh, we still can get better. We still can grow. We still can try new positive things, right? So that's really the message that I practice and the message that I push, right? Like I say, it's inspiring to speak to the younger kids to get them in a direction uh, that probably some of us didn't have growing up as a kid. We didn't have a older, for some that didn't have older uh, role models or older men, respectful men to kind of give them the ins and outs on certain things before they actually go out there and do the things and get themselves in I'm not going to say trouble, but just get themselves further behind in life. If we can teach uh, or either guide the younger generations, if we can guide them in a better direction, so they don't have to learn for themselves. You know, that's what I'm in it for. Okay, that's what I've always been in it for a very long time. Okay, it's just now I'm just a little more older. Okay, and I'm a little bit more settled. Uh, I'm a little bit more happier, joyful, right? And a little bit more knowledgeable. Okay. So let's listen to my philosopher, Jim Rohn. And like I said, we only going to be in here for 30 minutes or so.
Taking action. You don't feel ready, you act, and then you become ready. Think about the people you admire, the entrepreneurs, the leaders, the innovators. Do you think they never felt fear? Of course they did, but they pushed through. They understood that the pain of temporary failure is nothing compared to the pain of lifelong regret. So the question is, what's stopping you? What's the risk you've been avoiding? What's the fear that's been holding you back? And more importantly, what's the cost of not taking action? Because one day you'll look back at your life and the risks you didn't take will hurt far more than the failures you experienced. You need a vision that excites you, a future that pulls you forward. And once you have that, you must be willing to leap. Because success comes to those who wait. It comes to those who are willing to step into the unknown and go after it. Most people think wealth is about money. If they could just earn a little more, stack a little higher, collect a little faster, they'd finally have it made. But wealth isn't about money. It's about freedom. The freedom to wake up in the morning and decide how you want to spend your day. The freedom to walk away from things that drain you. The freedom to take care of without checking your bank account first. Money is just a tool. It's the key that unlocks the door.
Listen, paying $14.99 a month for a streaming app and for a music app and more money for a bunch of other apps, that really adds up.
But the real
Commercials is, I guess, that's how YouTube pay you is. But I'm not in it for the pay of all this. Like I said, I've been actually inspired to do this throughout the years, I would say.
Is on the other. I remember when I was struggling financially. I used to believe that if I could just make an extra few $100s a month, all my problems would be solved. And when I finally did, nothing changed. My lifestyle adjusted, my expenses grew, and I found myself right back where I started, just at a higher level. That's when I realized something. Wealth isn't about how much you earn, it's about how much control you have over your time, your choices, and your future. There are plenty of people who earn a lot, but are still prisoners to their jobs, their debts, their obligations. Every choice through another do, but because they have to. That's not wealth. That's a paycheck. Real wealth is when you can wake up, I choose what I do today. When you can spend time with your family, take care of your health, travel, create, give, and build something meaningful, not because you need to, but because you want to. And that's the key, purpose. Because freedom without purpose is just another kind of happiness. I've met people who have millions in the bank, but they're miserable. They've spent their whole lives chasing money only to realize too late that wealth alone won't fill the void. They have the house, the cars, the luxury, but no joy, no health, no meaningful relationships. That's not real success. On the other hand, I've met people who don't flaunt their wealth, but they are truly rich. They wake up excited about their work, not because they have to, but because they love it. They spend their time with family, not because their schedule allows it, but because they design their life that way. They are in control not just financially, but emotionally, physically, and spiritually. That's real wealth. The mistake most people make is thinking wealth starts with a number, that if they could just hit 6 figures or 7 or 8, then they'll be free. But wealth doesn't start in the bank, it starts in the mind. The decision to stop trading time for money and start building something. It starts when you stop chasing short-term gains and start playing the long game. I once met a man who told me, I want to be rich. I asked him, why? He said, so I can quit my job. I said, then you don't want to be rich.
Now, okay, the purpose. The purpose of the family, of your family or yourself. What purpose are we really teaching each other or ourselves or our kids? Um, I speak to a lot of young, like right out of high school. I speak to a lot of kids, and I will say that some are very impressionable. You do have some that really know uh, what what they should be doing, but really don't know how to maneuver to get it. Because when you're young, for some young kids right out of high school, some of them do actually um, go after what they want and actually succeed. But you have some that really don't. Okay, they really be confused, don't really know which way or how to go. So the purpose of us, like, you know, the older generations getting older, the purpose of that is to help these kids, try to guide them, you know, in good positive ways, guide them to, you know, uh, just guide them through the things that they have challenged, uh, the things that they like don't understand, right? Because we was once young and we didn't quite understand it. I know I didn't, right? That's probably the reason why I feel I feel like this right here, uh, what I do, far as the videos and everything, this right here helps some young people because I talk to them, right? And I was once a young guy like them, like we all was, that was really kind of, wasn't unsure, So this that I do, making the videos and speaking to the younger kids, this is sort of like me giving, uh, me going back into my childhood, or going back to when I graduated high school and I needed a little bit of uh, guidance, a little bit of probably reinsurance. Okay. This is me going back to try to help those that's probably uh, confused like I was. Okay. So that's why I say it's important for us, like it's important for the older people to really take on this type of responsibility. I find a lot of us older people, some of us do take that challenge on and actually embrace, actually um, not so much embrace it, but literally take that road on. What I mean by taking that type of challenge on, far as you being the older person, and you see kids out here that's kind of uh, that's struggling in certain ways, that wants help. Now, for some kids it's challenging. Some kids don't want help, right? But you do have some kids that actually wants your opinion, right? Wants to talk to you. I'm just speaking from my point of view. Like I said once before, once I started this channel and I started talking, I'm really speaking on uh, the way how I see things, on my experience of life, okay? And not even that, I speak on what I see in the world, okay? You know, none of what I'm really talking about is nothing to be like shaming somebody or bashing somebody. It's just more to get myself heard. Um, you know, just I wanted to get myself heard for people out there that do have the qualifications to help, to sincerely help these kids from the heart. There's a lot of smart people out there in the world, okay? You know what I'm saying? A lot of smart people in the world, but some of us, or some of them, okay, because hey, uh, it took me a long time to be able to gain this type of knowledge, to gain this type of wisdom, okay, and each and every day it's a study hard process. The only reason why, you know, I didn't literally probably came a long way in my life is because of age. It's because of uh, you know, me probably coming out of an immature stages of my life. Okay, um, definitely being honest about who I am as a person. Okay, and where not only I go where, let's put it like this, not even the simple fact of where I would like to navigate the rest of my life here on this side of the universe, but the way I would like to see others, other kids, other people that look like me, men, women. I would like to see them challenge themselves. I think enough of us out here do not challenge ourselves to be great. We challenge ourselves to be good, but not great. And if you heard the great man up there, uh, the philosopher, it's many a ways that we can interpret success. And I think I talked about that on my last video. Okay. This is something that we all know these things, but like I say, life has a funny way of shifting, keeping us busy and shifting our thoughts around to make it hard for us to really give good, wise choices on things. You know, I don't even think I would have found this if things wouldn't have been challenging in my life. Okay. I believe that was the reason how I found uh, this way of thinking. Life got a little bit challenging for me. Life got a little bit hard for me, right? So I went to trying to figure out a way how I can kind of calm the noise down so I can think better. I didn't want to live. I've always been a structure person. I've always gave good advice, especially to the younger people. I've always gave good advice to women, okay, and men as well. So let's just put it like that. I've always gave good advice, but me actually taking the advice I was actually giving out, I don't think I challenged myself. Now I was willing to do the work. That's one thing too. That's one thing I've always hated when people uh, talk about certain things or talk about how others could be or could not be or whatever the case may be, but not willing to stand uh, to stand up to what they are saying, boots on the ground, right? Um, I never been a person like that. You know, if I was willing to tell another person something, good or bad, mostly good, right? But if I was willing to tell a person this or that, I was also willing to do exactly what I was describing. So that means if I'm telling a person something or I'm engaging with a person about anything, right? Uh, I'm not going to send them out there to do nothing wrong or give them bad advice, because that would be like giving bad advice to myself, right? Because I'm not going to tell nobody or speak about things uh, to people that I'm not going to be willing to do myself. I'm not going to be willing to get on the front line myself. You see what I'm saying? And believe me, I have watched enough people talk, and they'll tell another person to do something, but they're not going to do it themselves. You see what I'm saying? That's not right. That's not fair. You know, and one thing, I'm not a perfect person. No one is, right? That's why I believe in uh, whatever you accountable for, stand on that. Don't be pointing fingers at everybody else trying to make them be accountable, but you The person that's pointing the finger, like they say, is full. You point one finger and it's full point back at you, right? People talk about people. People point fingers at people, right? But they not willing to take accountability within themselves. You see, so you know, I'm just I'm just a guy who always been able to, hey, take the good with the bad, be truthful, uh, be thankful, be grateful, and be accountable. I've always been a person, no matter uh, how difficult life challenges came my way. You know, I've always been able to do the right thing. So I'm saying all that to say this: the purpose of our lives mean a lot. Okay, I've always I've always been encouraged to encourage, okay, younger people. Um, I've always wanted the best for everyone, um, everybody in the world, right? I never had an ill will with nobody in this world, right? I've always been a person of discipline, and me myself, I could discipline myself as well, right? But like I say, the purpose of our lives, it really means something. I could tell the way how, like me right now today, when I interact with the young people, they really, really respect the simple fact um, how I actually like you you give you give the freedom of youngsters to really uh, tell you what's in their heart, what's in their mind. But in the process of that, you as a person has to be the adult and show them things that they can't see because they're young. You have to explain to them things that they don't understand because they're young. And that's why I admire teachers. Oh, I love teachers so much. The good teachers, right? The teachers with a heart. See, I'm in it. I'm in this for the art. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in this to, to just to make it look good or to show good. I'm really in this for the heart. Win, lose, or draw. It doesn't matter if you win. It doesn't matter if you come in second place, right? None of that doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? All that matters to me is that you are really in this from your heart. Okay. I'm one of those. I'm talking to those people. And believe me, it's a lot of those people. It's a lot of us out there. It is. I know that. Right. So that's why I do this. That's why I put my face on this place. Um, I believe it's not enough out here. It's some out there, and those the ones that I gravitate towards. Those the ones that encourage me. Those the ones that I love to watch. Um, I love to actually I love to actually be able to tell tell my uh, tell my way of how I got to this point by seeing other people that had the courage, other people that had the faith, uh, the heart to actually give the proper etiquette. That's what we missing. We missing the proper etiquette, the proper heart connection, right? We missing that out here, so This what this channel is about. This what I love to talk about. This what I love to push. I love to push love, peace, uh, togetherness. Okay. I love to push informational, informational community that's about love and connection. That's who I am. Okay. That's what I've always been about. So as I end this video, I just would like to say, even though I got that, getting back to that, the case part too, even though I got that information wrong with the R. Kelly case and all of that, even though I got all of that wrong, like I said, I'm glad that I was actually that I actually got it wrong and I was actually able to put it on here, right? Because, like I say, all of this stuff is so controversial, you know, and I'm not a politically correct person. I'm going to get on here and say things that probably come out my mouth. It may be uh, a little bit twisted, a little bit, but it's really going to come true. I mean, it's going to come from a true place. Now, it might be twisted up a little bit because when I talk, sometimes I get tied tongue, right? But I'm not going to let my imperfections stop what's inside of my heart. I'm not going to let my imperfections stop me for what the gift that I was born with. I was born with a heart that cares about love, that cares about people, that cares about telling the truth, that cares about taking accountability for what we do. I'm not going to let my little words, my little not misspelling of this and that, I'm not going to let that stop me from, creating a passionate lane for myself that I kind of really care about, that I'm actually proud about. I'm proud. I'm literally proud, guys, that my all of my imperfections I've had all my life, right? It just got, it has improved a little the older and the more that I work on myself, right? So why should I be ashamed of that? But what you don't understand is this is the purpose, because I know it's more people out there the way I just described myself that might have a different key to fit in another person's door that can actually unlock their happiness place. You see what I'm saying? So we all is in here to help one another. You see, some of us don't look at it like that. Some of us, like I say, uh, some of us just don't care, right? I'm a person that cares. I'm a person that's going to keep uh, pushing this love and positivity the way I see fit. You know, yes. Hey, I have a lot of stories, you guys. I have a lot of inspiring stories, just like we all do. Okay. I'm just not going to be the person that's going to sit on my stories. Okay. My truthful stories, my stories that I have grown through. Okay. My honest stories, my taking accountability stories. Okay. Okay, you guys, listen. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for listening to me. Uh, okay, it's 40 minutes. I went over 10 minutes. I'm sorry. Okay, listen, please, on the other channel, go to YouTube for me. Please go to YouTube, subscribe to my channel, RC Community TV. I am here for the community. I am here to learn still. I am here for growth. And I'm definitely in here, okay, to spread the love. Yes, definitely in here for that. Okay, that look, my light just went off. It said it's time to go. That needs to get on the charger. Yeah, I don't get on here enough to really figure this out. But I can figure it out enough. See, I ain't got to be the perfectional guy. See, some of us like to wait till we just be. Some of us like to wait till we just be so professional at certain things. I'm like that as well, uh, a little bit, but the things that's real near dear to my heart, I'm actually things that's near dear to my heart. I don't have to be so perfect on that. I could take my imperfections. Okay, I could take that. So listen, this is here finna be my time. I'm about to get out of here. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate y'all a lot. Okay, y'all have yourselves. Oh, today is Wednesday. That's right. Hump day, hump day. Yes. I guess they need to make another word for that though, huh? Okay. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. I will be tapping back in here. Let's say the weekend, okay? You know my saying: peace, love, happiness, and blessings.